Hi Sagittarius. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm having a beautiful day. I'm a little at a loss for words here. Not going to try to understand it. I'm just going to tell you what I see. So this is it's either how you're feeling or how someone's feeling about you. I'm kind of getting more like this is an ex that you dealt with and this is what they're thinking. Not what they're feeling, what they're thinking. And they're thinking. Oh no, feeling too. Look at that 5 of Cups. There it is. There it is right there. Look at that. They did this to me. Okay. I'm at a loss for words because it has me a little lost at how I'm going to talk about some of this. It's sexual in nature, okay? So maybe I'll do a sign in. If you can't handle adult topics, including fetishism, because I think that this person, your ex, or this is you, as it resonates for you, just put yourself in whichever position you are, whether you're the one with the fetish or the one who was fetishized. In a relationship that should have been a true blue, honorable, respectable, loving, loyal soulmate connection. Because they were a soulmate to you and you were a soulmate to them. And at a certain point you had to walk away because I think you felt that. I think you felt like, oh, okay, I'm pouring all of my time and energy and loyalty into a black hole there. I'm not feeling any love. It's just a black hole. Or this person literally walked away from you because they chose to be King Rat of Shit Mountain here. Trash Mountain. I'm getting, they wanted to run with the crocodiles is what I'm getting. It's like the Wolf of Wall Street, or like Wall Street, the movie. I saw with open eyes, singing birds sweet, sold in the shops for the people to eat, sold in the shops of Stupidity Street. I can't handle that. Anyway, it's like you came face to face with the man who sold the world, and they sold you too, along with it, to run with the crocodiles. To keep up with the other crocodiles, and it's left them with nothing but nothing. Nothing from nothing means nothing. They might be a rapper, or you are a rapper, or in the business somehow, and they're wearing a mask. It's like they got so good at being a crocodile that they don't even know how to act any other way. It's like I feel like they're feeling really bad for themselves, but also feeling very bad for how they treated you. Because, okay, so I'm dancing around this. Should I just get... They wanted to be in control. They had a very different childhood from you. I don't know who you are or how you grew up, but I think that this person had a different childhood from how a lot of people grew up. So it's almost like they grew up in a cult where it's like the children of God, where it was just a bunch of sexual predators everywhere, and it was like doctrine that everyone slept with everyone, and they introduced children to sexuality at an early age, which, you know, that's rape and pedophilia. That's what that is. If it wasn't a cult, it was just that they were sexualized very young. I think maybe they had cheating parents, and they would sneak. They might have had like a peeping Tom fetish or something. Their mom was a cheater maybe, and they used to, ooh, okay. They used to watch their mom or their dad, their mom and their dad cheat or something. Am I getting there? You could be a singer, or they could be a singer. You might have Scorpio in your chart. That was a seriously overdue apology from an ex, and I feel like this is a seriously overdue apology from an ex too. But they're not apologizing, but this is what they're thinking. So they might not be as advanced in this self-awareness here, but they're getting there. Like, they're trying, they're understanding. So this person had a whole different idea of what love was, of what commitment meant, of what a relationship between a man and a woman was. It was so messed up by the time they were like 3-4 years old that they didn't even have a chance. That's what they're not saying. That's what their higher power is kind of saying. Like, I say a little prayer if I'm reading on someone, you know, like I wouldn't look in someone's window, you know. So what I got back was from an ancestor explaining that this person never could have been normal sexually, but it's something that they're evolving to understand. Hold on. Kitty. Wow, bro. Really? Okay. So it's like they went from one fetish to another, and it started off with a peeping Tom thing, and then fetishizing maybe even cheating, fetishizing having mistress, fetishizing, I don't know what it's called when you have like a mommy fetish. And I think that when they met you, they were in their mommy fetish mode because they chose that. And then they decided to fetishize you as that, and then that relationship kind of turned into that. And then it wasn't sexy for anybody. And then they left you for some sort of a vixen who was more of the trophy wife for the King of the Trash Mountain gig that they were into. You know, selling the world with their friends. Everything has a price. Love is bought, love is sold. Happiness is bought. And now they know that's all nonsense and it's garbage. And that who they decided you were was because they decided you were that. Okay. All right, I'm just going to get what I'm kind of getting here from this person, what I'm being okayed to say or see. It's that this person started very young with their experiences. And by the time you two got together, they would never tell you this, but they were already addicted to pornography that fetishized having mistresses who were mothers, or like it's more than just a cougar fetish. It's, you know, like the breastfeeding, the getting the woman pregnant and leaving her barefoot and cooking in the kitchen while you're off with the trophy wife. You know, it's like, I don't even know if this person had the self-awareness to understand that they were in love with you. So it's like they went from very early sexual experiences to peeping Tom experiences to experimenting with their friends, which I think that there was some exploitation there, which I'm not going to go into because it's actually not relevant to you, but it's relevant to how they fetishized people in general up until this point, okay? Up until this point. Because they're in deep regret. They understand that they let their the dark underbelly of that society invade their spirit, and it destroyed your love. And they didn't understand what they were doing back then, but they're starting to now. So it's like they experimented with their friends. So they, and then they met you, and you were so loving and caring, and you just feel like home to them. You feel like you felt like someone that they could sleep deeply next to and feel safe and loved and protected. You were probably very giving. Your love language was probably gifts, maybe. They're regretting that they never reciprocated, that they just took. Because what they mistook for maternal was just the way it feels so special and warm and protected and deeply restful to lay in the arms of your soulmate. Aww. So yeah, okay, so I'm just going to say this. They went from that as a kid to treating their body like a commodity, and then meeting you and falling in love and feeling safe and warm and this euphoria that they've been trying to recreate ever since you broke up. And they've chased one fetish to the next. So it went from you and your breakup to them kind of diving deep into, I'm getting kind of a same-sex BDSM sort of thing, because they thought, okay, well, I'm not normal, so maybe I like this. And then they tried that, and they were like, okay, I don't like that. You know, it's like, okay, well, they broke up with me, and now I feel empty inside, and it's like chasing this thing that they didn't understand. If they would have understood that it was love, if they would have understood that it was a soulmate connection, if they would have understood that they'd been kind of fetishizing not just their partners up until that point, but themselves. And all they knew how to do was take. It was just a control power dynamic. And it has completely destroyed their life. I feel like this person also got into magic. And they've made a decision to walk away from that. From Trash Mountain. Money didn't buy happiness. Those weren't real friends. The fetishes was just pain that they were trying to heal on their own. And they happened to meet you in the middle of that. So it's like they went from thinking they liked one thing to realizing they love you. Like maybe if, I don't know. Like they might still consider themselves to be bisexual maybe, but they're understanding that you are home to them because you're the one. And that they were just hurting themselves. That you make them feel safe and wild. And they feel pretty cowardly with the Lion in reverse. They feel like they were supposed to be there to protect you, and they were not there to protect you because they were not there to protect you. They kind of swooped in, fetishized you, broke your heart, and left. Took what they could, and it was kind of like every man for himself. Survival of the fittest. See you later, suckers. You know? That's what I'm getting here. And now they're seeing that you have a lot of options in love. And they're in deep regret for looking down on the way you saw energy work or healing or Reiki or something. Because the way they saw magic was wrong. And they're understanding now that the frame of mind has left them in ruin. Whatever little club they were in has left them with nothing and no one. And now they're trying to heal themselves from, it could be residuals from whatever cult they were raised in. You know, maybe they never really made a clean break because they were kept in some kind of binding there. But they can't get out, they can't get away from the regret. It's deep, sorrowful, painful regret. And I'm getting this scene from a movie. I'm sorry, I'm about to do a spoiler for Whiplash. If you've ever seen Whiplash, about this really talented drummer, extremely ambitious. Anyway, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but he falls in love with this girl and she falls in love with him in the middle of this program where he's practicing all day and he wants to be the best drummer and he's not going to let anything get in the way of him, including love, right? And there's this heartbreaking scene where he breaks up with her and tells her to go away because he has to focus on his career, and I'm kind of getting that here. So it's not just that he didn't take you seriously as a partner and sort of turned you into his mommy and then said, you know, I have bigger things to worry about than you or something, or you're holding me back, you're holding me down. Because in that movie, in that moment, it's so sad, I want to cry right now. They obviously have this incredibly intense special connection. And if you have an intense special connection like that, it's special. You don't throw it away. You know, the right one for you will enhance your gifts. They'll make you even more ambitious, beautiful, powerful, incredible than you ever could be before. But in that moment in the movie, he was choosing fear. He was saying, you are going to hold me back. You are going to distract me. This love, and she's like, do you know that? You know that. You know for sure. God, I'm going to cry. You know for sure that being with me is going to hold you back from being the best you can be in your career. You know that. And he was like, yeah. And I don't want to spoil the movie totally, but he was wrong. You know, he was wrong. He was consumed by his own ambition and his own greed and his own ego. His own ego, and not knowing when to leave something alone and not knowing when to hold on to something that's beautiful for you, that's right for you, that's made for you. And I'm not saying how this is going to turn out, and I'm not suggesting for you to feel one way or another. This is just letting you know that they are in deep regret and deep shame for how they feel as throwing away the greatest thing that's ever happened to them in their life. They'll never meet anyone like you again. They'll never find love like you again. Trust, they tried. They tried. It's like that. So what does she say? Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when. Like they know why you went away. They feel like they made the greatest mistake of their life trying to be the wolf on Wall Street and Daddy BSM or whatever went on with that. Or this non-consensual mommy fetish play where they were completely in control because you didn't really know who they were or what they were about. Because they were taught to be a shapeshifter and get what they want that way. That's why they didn't understand unconditional love. There was no undefended heart in their existence. So when you showed up, they didn't know how to live that way. And they didn't know how to love like you did. And they didn't know how to be courageous or stand up for you. And so you ended up pouring all of your loyalty into this seemingly endless black hole where it was never reciprocated. And they see that now. And they know now that there is no greater goal than to love. And there was no greater success than you. And there was no greater palace than laying in your arms. Ooh, I'm gonna cry. And if they could go back, they'd trade it all in a second. And they want you to know that. Whew. And they want you to have everything that you've ever wanted. They don't want to destabilize anything in your life. They love you and they're proud of you. And they always loved you. They just didn't understand what that was. And they are sorry. And I'm just getting... Everyone knows I love you. Everyone knows they love you. Everyone. I'm just hearing, what are they going to do but love you? What the hell are they going to do but love you? All you'd have to do is say the word and they'd come running. With all the love and the commitment in the world. Now, are they serious? Is this serious? Are they serious here? Wow. This person's gone through a complete transformation. This is not the same person you knew. They went from having no courage to one hell of a spine. They learned how to meditate. They found their inner peace, or they're finding it. They had to get away from King Rat of Trash Mountain, the rat race, the survival of the fittest mentality. The sex is control, is a commodity, is... That turned into a black hole. Playing with dark energies, frequencies, instead of the higher path that you chose. That's brought them nothing. It's brought them nothing. All the money in the world can't buy what they had with you. Okay, so what do? How do you feel right now? How do you feel? Is there anything about where you are with them that it feels like you're not being honest with yourself? Like there's something deep under there, like there's still a flame that burns for them maybe? Like you always hoped that maybe you'd work it out and end up with them? It's like what not to do. If they walk away now, forever, and you end this, would you regret that for the rest of your life? If you already know the answer to that, and you're feeling balanced in being able to hear this person out, at the very least, if you know you're never going back, if they wrecked that ship and it'll never sail again, I'm just getting, if they can do the hard work to get to the point to beg for your forgiveness, maybe you could give it to them. If not for them, but for you. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So, even if there is no going back, like in the last Scorpio reading, can there at least be an allowance for them to tell you they're sorry? Or if they can't, if something happens and they've already passed on, and you feel it in spirit, they're sending all the power they have in their spirit to let you know as a soulmate that they're sorry, that they're in darkness without you. There is no home without you. Today, tomorrow, next week. Okay. If you can work this out, it's going to be little by little. Everyone puts in effort. They put in as much as you do. You have clear boundaries. They have a lot more ambition. Not like their only ambition now is to be your soulmate. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry again. I need to stop. Okay, look, just real quick here. Stay grounded. Keep working. If you're not feeling a pull or you're not feeling a connection and they're across the world and it's good riddance, just know that it's not your, it's not your problem. If it's not your problem. If when I asked you, how do you feel? And you're like, nothing. Goodbye. You get nothing. Good day, sir. I said good day. Okay, then that's what it is. Stay grounded. Keep working. Nurture yourself. I just keep getting that you are the sun to them. You are nutrition to their soul. Keep creating. If you're feeling fierce and powerful and confident, and you feel like this could get in the way of that right now, avoid it at all costs. And wait until about next month to accept the call or the invitation to meet, because you deserve this. By next year, you're going to be somebody's empress. You're going to be somebody's empress. By next year, locked in. Matrimony. The undefended heart. Being protected by someone with the courage to protect you. And the loyalty to give you what you deserve. I choose you, you choose me. With the lust. You want this for each other. You want this for them, and they want this for you. Their lust right now is in making this soulmate connection beautiful, like they know it could be, or like they feel like it could have been if they hadn't have been on demon time. They're optimistic for that. When they wish upon a star, that's what they wish for. So what do you wish for, Sag? Whatever it is, you're gonna get it. And no one can take it away from you. So if it's never again, it's never again. But you forgive them. You bless them. You say, thank you for the lesson. I'll never forget you, but I have to let you go. Goodbye. Yeah, you're walking towards your happiness. Little by little. Focus on that. Take it day by day. Keep yourself grounded. Have fun. Because whatever is coming up, whether it's this soulmate that you realize, yeah, that's my one. Who am I gonna love? What am I gonna do but love you? If it's not them, you're gonna be feeling that way about someone that's coming into your life, and it's going to be by next year. You're gonna be planning your wedding and your honeymoon, and a very, very happy ending for you. Where you don't have to be the mom and the dad and the everything. You just get to be the soulmate. And they're going to honor you and your child. You will honor theirs. It's like, I feel like they're going to a lot of therapy. They've probably had a complete and utter spiritual awakening, like ayahuasca in the forest, visited by their ancestors. I'm getting completely different person from who they were before. Yeah. They were unable to be the home for you that you were for them. But they've done the hard work, or they're doing it. They're trying real hard. They had to be alone. They had to go inside. They had to lose everything. And it's just given them a profound respect for your strength and your spiritual prowess. You could have Leo in your chart. But it was necessary. And they come back after, like the Buddha under the tree. Yeah. Ooh. After being cutthroat, crocodile, alligator man. It's like Kung Fu Hustle when he comes down from the clouds, you know. Enlightenment. If the answer to how do you feel was I still love them and I don't know if I'll ever love anyone else, you found your enlightenment first. The timing was off because of their environment. And if you're still with me, get ready for a surprise, because this isn't who they were before. They had to be ruined. Complete ruin. Utter destruction. Everything they thought was the path was not the path. What they thought was the way was not the way. They had to let their ego die. They had to let you go. They had to see themselves, their relationships, and their behavior for what it was. And that is what's happening. Yeah. After the Nine of Swords, the pain, the agony, the panic attacks, the being unable to sleep, a perpetual heart attack, that they lost the only thing that ever really mattered to them, is leading way to the choice to sit under the tree as the Buddha, to forego. It's like the 7 deadly sins. They dove head first in. And now they're coming out. Not unscathed, but they're coming out. And because they're choosing that, they do have a fortune for them. But it's not the old life, and it's not the old world. And they were unable to be where you are and go where you can go until they did that. Difficult work. What ancestor am I talking to here? Who's helping me out with this? Can I... What? It's a secret. All right, whatever. Okay. Okay. So this is okay. All right. Got it. So this could have been an ancestor that passed away when they were young. So this is someone who would have perpetuated that lifestyle as a child in the family that they're regretting now. So it could have been they got started in the cult. They brought the family into that cult and it got out of hand or something, and they do feel partially responsible for how this person grew up and therefore behaved, and they really love you, and they really think you are good for them, and they really want you to know that no matter what you do, they want you to choose whatever makes you happy, because you deserve it. So they're a cheerleader not just for your ex, but for you too as well. Yeah, they want to see you in a... Okay, I'm sorry. Like a... Sorry. I don't know if this person was very disrespectful to you sexually when you were together, but they want to see you being honored and loved for like the tender, beautiful flower that you are. You might be a powerhouse, you might be a warrior, but you're a delicate, beautiful flower that wasn't respected in that way. And they want to see that for you. Okay. They understand if this person ruined their chances and you never want to take them back. They understand that. And they also are very, very devoted to helping this person with their new start with you, because they feel like you two didn't start yet. You haven't started yet. Whatever that was was kind of the wrong place at the wrong time, wrong encounter, not because of you, but because they were unwilling to look at the mirror, at themselves in the mirror, and as they fell deeper and deeper, there was a shame and a self-hatred there. But whatever this ancestor is, they love you. They're just as devoted to you as this person is, if you are healing and willing. If not, it's just you have the conversation to say thank you. I'll never forget you. I forgive you. Now goodbye. "40 minutes. Oh, wow, I gotta go." How do you feel, Sagittarius? Stay creative. Stay grounded. Up your nutrition. I'm looking at these colors. Eat lots of these colors. Fresh vegetables, fruits, you probably do, but maybe change it up. Be adventurous. Try a new vegetable, try a new fruit, cook it in a new way. Something like that. It's all about your health, your wealth, and your well-being, okay? You're not focused on this person. This person's focused on you and the deep shame and regret that they feel over losing you. The one truly beautiful thing they ever had. And they realize now that you would have just enhanced their power, their prowess in whatever their career was. And they chose that. They understand that now. And somewhere, they might be somewhere under a tree in the Amazon with ayahuasca and their ancestors and the ancestors of the forest around them, comforting them as they cry over the loss of you. But if there is still a flame there, if there is still a wildness for them that wants to give them another chance, don't deny yourself that love. All right, Sag, I'm going to leave it there.